Hello, Libra. Welcome to your monthly reading for July 2025. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's jump in. Here's the thing. If you are new to my channel, I'm going to do your astrological overview, then I'm going to do your spread, and then I break it down week by week. Okay, I pull more cards. We talk about some other aspects that are going to have an impact on you, and then the second spread. So, Libra, yeah, we're here. This is a landmark month, officially halfway through the year. And as I told you even last year, the first half of 2025 is going to be very different from the second half. Welcome to the paradigm shift. This is the month where everything changes, and it's going to be the least boring month of the year. And I've told you, 2025 is the year of the Great Awakening. We're here, all right? Look at what's happening. This is also the year of the snake, shedding skin, out with the old, in with the new, the year of 9, completion, fulfillment. But it really is just preparing for 10, which is 2026, which is the year. That's a really big year, but this is it. Remember, from your annual forecast, I've been telling you this every month as well. All the outer planets are changing signs in a very compressed period of time, like 6 months. You can't trace this back in history, okay? I mean, you can. It probably happened 7,000 years ago, 20,000 years ago, not in modern human history, okay? You throw in Jupiter, that's 5 of the outer planets changing signs, right? In this compressed period of time. So nobody on this planet has experienced what we're about to experience, especially this month, okay? With planets and brand new signs, including Pluto in Aquarius, Neptune in Aries, and now the last one, Uranus in Gemini. Now, why is this so bonkers? Because out of all those outer planets, Uranus is the most life-changing because Uranus is a planet of change. So July is going to be off the charts. Expect radical change. Change is the only constant in the world, and you see the world is changing. The magnitude of July is so big, all right? I almost had to do your forecast, your monthly forecast in 2 parts. Like, that's how big July is. And of course, there's more in the back. We're probably not going to be able to go through everything. And there's a lot of stuff not even on the whiteboard. That's how July is. But with Uranus moving into Gemini, wow, that's the highlight. Expect to connect with others in ways you never have. Expect to completely reinvent yourself. And when I say when I say you're going to be searching for deep meaning and purpose, oh yeah, that's going to be you, Libra. Why? Because Gemini rules their 9th house. So out of all the signs, that's happening for you. All right? So just expect a lot of doors opening for you as well. Like, you have the keys anyway, right? I told you that. But this is going to be a big time where you're going to be tapping into your inner leader, and you're also going to do a lot of reassessing this month, connecting or reconnecting with your authentic side. Okay? And July is going to be, you're going to feel it. One of the reasons why your ruler, Venus, is going to be in 3 signs this month. We're going to have 4 planets retrograde this month. They're going retrograde this month. We're going to have this amazing new moon that I'm excited to tell you about. And then also a really special full moon that out of all the signs, like, you're up there, like, you're really going to feel it. Okay. There's only 3 challenging aspects this month as well. Listen, this is going to be an enormously special and auspicious and a one-of-a-kind month because we have aspects that we haven't seen in our lifetime playing out the entire month. So, and I told you, Libra, it is the year of 4 C's. That's what 2025 is. It's community, the collective, courage, and consciousness. And you're going to see that play out all month. But with Uranus moving into Gemini, right? I'm throwing in 4 more C's: creativity, communication, collaborations, and commitments. Okay. You're going to feel that. Okay. All month. Now, this is big because this is one of the highlights. Not Uranus and Gemini. Come on. It's been 84 years. It's one of the highlights of the century. All right. Every sign is going to feel it and experience it in different areas of their life. and they will 1000% feel it. Now, Uranus and Gemini, again, that is your 9th house. What is the 9th house? It's the house of the gods. It's Jupiter ruled. So it's all about spirituality, your philosophies, the big picture for you, your perspective. You're going to have the biggest mindset shift. Yeah? Huge. It's your 9th house. It's like you are going to do a lot of like inner work. Okay. Inner wisdom. You're going to be the wise ones. You're going to become a lot wiser through this transit, and it's until 2033, by the way, Uranus and Gemini. This is special. You're possibly going to go back to like ancient wisdom as well. Reading a lot more about philosophy. You're going to become teachers. You're going to be the educators. You're going to be learning a lot of new things as well, exploring new things, maybe even like the metaphysical. I mean, this is going to be a big time for you. Now, the other thing is the 9th house is publishing and broadcasting. Y'all are going to be writing books. Y'all are going to be doing things online. You're going to be doing things. I mean, it's Uranus and Gemini. Gemini rules, the internet. So it's just a big time for you starting blogs, maybe even like, like a podcast. 9th house is also travel. You're going to be doing a lot of travel or connecting with people overseas on a global scale. That's a 9th house. 9th house is your worldview as well. All right. This is a big time for you. Now, everything that I just said, Uranus is the great awakener. So you're going to have one of the greatest awakenings, this huge spiritual awakening. The planet, Uranus is a planet of breakthroughs, okay? The unexpected, surprises. If you saw my last live stream where I mentioned Saturn, right? That's the last of the traditional planets that the ancients knew of. Well, Uranus was discovered in 1781. We're talking, it was thousands of years before Uranus was discovered. Any planet. And so when Uranus was discovered, that was unexpected, surprising, and it was a big breakthrough. Now, Uranus is also electric. It is eccentric. Uranus is revolutionary, evolution, freedom, liberation, innovation, genius, novel, future forward, trend setting, independence, and of course, surprises, unexpected, and big breakthroughs. Uranus is like a bolt of lightning, okay? And Uranus does represent shifts in consciousness on a generational level, all right? Remember, Uranus is here until 2033. So that's 7 years, all right? 7-8 years. Now, Uranus, god of the sky, right? Saturn's father. He does a lot better. And Gemini, you are going to appreciate this. And out of all the signs, Libra, your life is changing in ways that you would never have imagined. Look at what's happening for you. I look at your chart. I'm just like, okay, well, Libra, I don't even have to do the reading. Like, they're going to be good. All right. So Uranus was in Taurus since 2018. And Uranus, like I said, does a lot better in Gemini. But Uranus and Taurus, that was your 8th house. You had a lot of breakups. You had a lot of shakeups with money, with building wealth, with investments, with your careers, with relationships. You had a lot of that. But Uranus was, remember, you have to use Uranus. So anything that happened, like, you were learning from it. You were learning from it. And remember, you're on a karmic journey. And of course, every Libra is different. You have different birth charts. Every Libra felt it differently, right? And it was more about your transformation, your personal transformation. But now Uranus being in Gemini, your BFF, fellow air sign, yeah, you can breathe now. You can breathe. Gemini is mutable, right? So it's more adaptable. It's more flexible than Taurus, which is, firm, and it's an earth sign, and it's, so anyway, Uranus and Gemini for you, because it's in your 9th house. This is big. You're going to have a lot of, this is all about your innovations. You're going to have breakthroughs and innovations. You're going to be advancing spiritually, growing spiritually, personally. You're going to have breakthroughs in communication, the mind, both higher mind, physical mind, ideas. This is like creative revolution. This is writing. Like I said, creative writing, anything online, transportation, travel. All of this is like a big thing for you right now. All right. Well, it's until 2033, but you're going to feel it strongly here, okay? Really strong. And Uranus is rebellious. It's breaking from the old. it's being original. It's being your authentic self. So you are truly going to be reinventing yourself during this transit, especially in July. And yes, there will likely be breakups. There will likely be shakeups. You just never know with Uranus, but a lot of this, because it's in your ninth house where you're becoming wiser, where it may be you realizing or understanding like what serves you as you serve your higher self. You're going to feel restless too. That's Uranus and Gemini. Like, I got to do things. I got to say things. I feel stimulated. I'm in these brilliant new circumstances, these new breakthrough opportunities, and even my pursuits. It's all about exploring the new, by the way. Okay, that's the name of the game. All right, this month. Uranus and Gemini is very fast and exciting, and you're going to love this. It's in your ninth house. You're going to be growing fast. Like this spiritual growth, this spiritual awakening, this inner wisdom, teaching, education, your worldview, your philosophies. But again, everything that I mentioned, okay? You're also going to be very social. You love being social, Libra Nation. And why do I say that? Because you see Venus is moving into Gemini on July 4th. So it's not just Uranus, it's Uranus and Venus. We'll talk about it in a second. Just know Uranus and Gemini, at the end of the day, it is change. Yeah, it's change. You throw in the fact that Saturn and Neptune are conjuncting in Aries. And I told you this. This is all summer, right? And that is in your seventh house of partnerships, relationships, legal matters. That's your home, by the way. Okay. So this is kind of a big deal. A lot of y'all are going to be getting married. A lot of y'all are going to be working with new business partners. And it's, personal relationships. It's your personal connections as well. It could be your agent, your wedding planner, your babysitter, whatever it is. Seventh house is also legal matters. Yeah? Signing things. But then you've got Uranus and Gemini in the ninth house, which also, represents like the courts and legal matters as well. So some of y'all are going to be those spiritual leaders, right? As we move into this new era, maybe as lawyers, maybe as, whatever it is, whatever you want to be, but spiritually driven. But you have all this seventh house activity. I mean, you're Libra anyway, right? You rule the courts. Anytime you go into a courtroom, you see your symbol, right? The woman with the scale. But anyway, it's just like there's so much here for you. It's bonkers. And then remember, Saturn and Neptune in your seventh house, which is like it's marriage as well. I think I said that. And with Uranus and Gemini, yeah, a second marriage for a lot of y'all, for sure. And even third marriage for a lot of y'all when we get to the end of July. We'll talk about it in a second. But remember, don't forget this. Saturn and Neptune in Aries, they're conjuncting. Okay, so they're merging their energies and you're feeling it. And the biggest thing, not only is it practice patience, is out with the old, in with the new. All right, asking you to be a leader. You got Jupiter in Cancer, and that's another cardinal sign, right? You're a cardinal sign, so you are really feeling this. You're gonna feel this summer. Jupiter exalted in Cancer. We talked about this. Okay, so that is your 10th house of career and fame. It's very public facing. It's your public image. So if you're not here for career at all, it's just how you want to be seen, your reputation. It's also honors, it's achievements. You have that for an entire year. Wow. All right. So in Tarot, Cancer is the Chariot. Aries is the Emperor. You see where we're going with this, right? You're feeling this. And Uranus, remember, will be trining Pluto. So Uranus and Gemini trining Pluto and Aquarius, two air signs. You complete that picture, Libra. And Uranus trine Pluto. This is a package deal. You can't just talk about Uranus and Gemini without talking about its trine to Pluto and Aquarius for many years. But remember, the next 2 years are the most pivotal. This month is extremely pivotal. Next month will be really pivotal. But this is the perfect trine. Uranus is the ruler for Aquarius, right? And Gemini is Mercury ruled. Hermes, right? The messenger. He's fast. I said things are going to be happy fast. Mercury happens to be the lower octave of Uranus, the sky god. Hermes likes the sky. So do you see how everything is just like serendipitously lining up in this big way? All right. And Pluto and Aquarius, that is your 5th house. That is your 5th house. And Pluto rules
natively your second. So the fifth house is fun and pleasure, and it is love, and it is true love and romance and family and children, having babies. It's procreation, it's recreation as well, and it's also like creative projects. It's creativity. You're gonna have, you're set. You're good, Libra. Libra rising, Libra, like all of y'all. Listen, again, Pluto natively rules your second, so that's salary, income, money, finances. Like you got Jupiter, luck, good fortune, expanding your 10th house of career. A lot of you are getting new careers, starting your things, getting promoted. Y'all gonna be the CEOs. In fact, you've seen all the data come out, right? Where they do those, things, the roundups of like what sign makes the most money, right? You know that you're the number one. The most billionaires in the world are Libras. Anyway, you're going to have these big breakthroughs. Expect it, especially in the mind too. We're talking about Mercury here, and Pluto happens to be very psychological anyway and breaks things down for your breakthroughs. And you're also, with that said, you're going to, just the fact Uranus is in Gemini, your 9th house, there's going to be for this summer, even this month, there's going to be a little bit of a shift from the physical mind to the higher mind. You're going to have this really great merging here, even you recognizing anything where you were holding yourself back. Okay? You're having that breakthrough. Remember, this is your personal freedom. It's high frequency. And remember, you have a biofield like everyone else on Earth. We are made of energy. We're all connected. We're a human race. And Pluto in Aquarius is humanity, and we all contribute. So this is all part of our evolution. And point being, you don't have to do this alone. We're all in this together. All right. We're all part of the collective, helping all of us move forward. So that said, in July, you're also going to do inner work. Okay. But it's just with these retrogrades, and we'll talk about that, but there's just so much happening. You're probably going to break things down for your breakthrough too. Okay. That's just the name of the game. And if you don't remember, the planets will, especially if it's something that needs to, right? It's, and for you, especially up here in the subconscious, because you do have the South Node in Virgo all year. That's in your 12th house of the subconscious, but it's also very spiritual. 12th house is spirituality. It's healing. All right. It's rest and retreat. It's all of that. But the lower expression would be self-sabotage. It would be not facing your fears, things like that. Okay. So just keep that in mind. There's going to be a big aspect this month that we're going to talk about where you're going to really have to let these go. Any self-sabotage energy, should they exist. Now, the other thing is Uranus is attributed to the Fool in tarot, right? The Fool card 0. And Uranus will be in Gemini all month long at 0 degrees, which is the world axis, the degree of reset, new beginning. I'm going to make this very clear, Libra. If I haven't made it clear, you are embarking on a brand new journey. This month, you're going to see changes, a lot of changes, especially how you see things. And especially coming after that Jupiter Cazimi and the new moon from last week, remember? That is setting up this 6-month cycle, especially 10th house of career, fame, public recognition, especially if you're Libra rising, but every Libra feels this. Honors, achievement, social status, leadership. This is going to be big. All right. Remember, don't forget the biggest thing of all. Okay. 2 things. 1, everything that you are doing now, and in July, remember, everything that's happening this summer, you are getting a preview of where you will be February 2026. So take that action now. You create your reality. And this month, the universe will be bearing you gifts. All right. You got to go get them. Now, the last thing, Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries will sextile Uranus in Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius. And Uranus in Gemini will trine Pluto in Aquarius. So that's the story. Okay. That's the story. This is you cultivating this new you and this new reality you're creating for yourself. You're turning your dreams into reality. That's what Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries is, right? But fast now with Uranus and Gemini. Uranus and Gemini is fast. It's like that fast scene in Moulin Rouge where they do the fast dance. Anyway, this 4-way alignment, which you can't trace back in history at all, with these planets and these signs, again, it's very harmonious. It's a strong trine. It's this golden triangle that I told you you're going to start feeling in July. Really feeling in July and really in August. Really, really, really. All right. It's between 0 to 2 degrees. Fresh new beginnings, new ventures, all of that. Okay. So just keep that in mind. You're really going to feel it in August. Okay. Just know this is a rare signature. Okay. Astrological. A lot of these you have not, like last time was like 1997. Last time was 1966. Uranus trine Pluto, 1922. But again, those are just the aspects. Like in these signs, never. All right. So you will feel it for the next 2 years. And Uranus trine Pluto, by the way, because it's such a big thing for you. This is such a big thing for you. Again, you will feel it strongly the next 2 years. And it's going to perfect in July 2026. And I did that Saturn-Neptune video. I'll leave it at the end of this video or in the description box. But I told you all 12 signs. I even did cards, what you can expect for July and August 2026. It's so big, I had to include it in that video anyway. Just expect amazing change, okay? And everyone has you have different birth charts. You're all going to feel it in different ways. Uranus is going to hit planets, connect with planets. Pluto's going to connect with they're all connecting at some point, right? And I'm going to explain I'm going to show you some things that are happening for you. But even me, like, that's the other thing. If you're a subscriber, maybe you know that I am a Gemini rising. I'm a 0 degree Gemini rising. I make a silly joke when I do Gemini videos. I'm more Gemini than them because it's true. When you're 0 degrees anything, you really embody, right? All the attributes of that sign. So check your birth chart, see if you have anything at 0 degrees. But Uranus moving into Gemini all month at 0 degrees, you're gonna see me, okay, go through changes in July. You will see them. You're part of my journey, right? Because it's going to be right on my ascendant. So all of y'all, that's why I give you the little, like, based on your sign, who's going to feel this the most, etc. But just know at the end of the day, Uranus wants you to be your authentic self. All right. So anyway, you definitely are just going to be, it's your 9th house. You're going to be expanding your consciousness and you're going to be very open-minded this month in terms of being curious and doing new things and exploring new things. And one of the reasons why is because Uranus trine Pluto. Yeah. Because Gemini and Aquarius are two of the most open-minded signs, right? And Uranus and Gemini trining Pluto and Aquarius is opening minds. And it's happening in your 9th house. So you are definitely going to have big breakthroughs. You're going to be definitely taking more risks than normal, all right? And you are going to see your life change right before your eyes. That's just how Uranus operates in Gemini, which, again, is fast. You're going to see a lot of things happen at a pace that you want. But if you feel that things are moving really fast, hey, you got Mars and Virgo. That brings that grounded energy. And like I said, you're going to be reassessing a lot this month, right? The 4 retrogrades. Neptune is going retrograde on July 4th. Saturn is going retrograde July 12th. Mercury will be going retrograde. Yeah. In Leo. I got something to tell you when that happens. It'll be July 17th. And that's the other thing. You have Mercury in Leo all month. And then Chiron will be going retrograde July 31st. And that will be big for you. You have Chiron in Aries. This is where you're going to be doing, so again, if you did have breakups that were, maybe hard, or if you did job changes, whatever it is, a lot of y'all could be still holding onto that energy. But a lot of this could even go way back to your childhood, right? Because it is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships and marriage and things like that. So these are all really good for you. But also, don't forget, Pluto is still retrograde. So that's a lot of retrogrades in July. And we'll talk about it later. Now, let's go. July 2nd, okay? Not even on the whiteboard. That is the exact mid-year point. And to be honest, the middle of the decade, right? So what are the chances, and you're going to love this, that the moon will be in Libra this day, all right? And July 2nd, right? They're all about peace and harmony and balance, right? Right in the middle, right? But What's even more special is that the moon in your sign, Libra, okay, and we always talk about this in the second spread, but the moon in your sign will be in this perfect air trine, this gorgeous air trine, this golden triangle with Pluto in Aquarius and Sedna in Gemini, right? And Sedna and Pluto, two dwarf planets, they're all about the collective conscious. I mean, I can't even. Like, you are going to really feel something this day. You're going to have a really big shift. You're going to be like, okay, I really need to do something in my life that's going to bring me a lot more fun, pleasure. You're going to be thinking about love, falling in love, soulmate energy. You're going to maybe even do some things like pick up some hobbies, maybe pickleball, right? Or I don't know, like the artist that draws waffle houses, whatever you want. There's going to be something that you really feel. Remember, your ruler is still in Taurus at this point. Yeah. In his domicile. That's big. It's in your 8th house. You're really going to feel this. 8th house is deep. It's death and rebirth. It's transformation. You got Mars. Anyway, Friday, July 4th. Big. One of the biggest days of the month, and it's loaded. Okay, so please pay attention to what I say for July 4th because I will not bring it up in your next week's forecast. All right, I'm skipping it because there's bigger fish to fry. Venus conjunct Uranus and Taurus at 29 degrees. I talked about this last week. Okay, so I also dropped these forecasts before the month begins. Whatever day you're watching this video, you are already feeling it. This is just the day it perfects. So there's this buildup, all right? And it's at 29 degrees, this energetic degree. It's a graduation. It's this culmination, this peak moment, a breakthrough, a surprising moment, an unexpected moment in love and money and creativity, relationships, beauty, it's all about comfort and self-worth and anything your heart desires. It's Venus, right? Your ruler. You share it with Taurus. It's happening in your 8th house, okay, of relationships, relationship building. It can be career. It can be a business partner. Sex as well, by the way, as well as like intimacy, as well as wealth building. So there could be something here with investments, inheritance, bonuses, commissions, loans, taxes, royalties, all of that, joint bank accounts. There's something here. I mean, Venus is a planet of money. You know that. So, and love. So it's love and money, love and money. It's in your 8th house, love and money. So this is just really exciting. And remember, this is that parting gift. Okay? Because remember, Uranus is leaving Taurus, they're giving that parting gift after its 7-year stay, right? Moving into Gemini. But anyway, what makes this day even more bonkers is that Venus and Uranus, yeah, they're conjuncting, and you're going to feel it days before, you're going to feel it days after. You're going to see something growing from this, yeah? They're going to conjunct this fixed star, Alcyone, the biggest star in the Pleiades, right? The Taurus constellation. So this is happening the first time in 84 years. And it's harmoniously connecting with Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune. So, you will feel this. You will feel this big. This is eminence. This is enlightenment, even like ambition. Yeah. And we'll talk about more next week in the second spread, where we talk about fixed stars and lunations and asteroids and planetoids. But you see that Venus immediately moves into Gemini at 0 degrees. Something big is happening here for you. That is your 9th house. Venus in Gemini is so fun. Okay? It's fun. It's social, stimulating, flirty, curious, affectionate, lighthearted. You're going to feel very magnetic, charming. That's Venus in Gemini, especially in communication, making people laugh. Maybe you're taking risks. You're definitely doing new things and exploring new things while Venus is in Gemini, okay? Until the end of the month, there's, a few days before. And you're going to love what I tell you when we get to the end of the month. So, again, a lot of focus on money, love, creativity, launching new things, maybe your local community, social media, a lot of things here as well. But yeah, it's just almost like there's something soulful here for you. It's your 9th house. There's something here where you're finding really deep meaning about things, and you will be communicating. That's for sure all month. Networking, maybe even traveling. Again, I would not be surprised. It's your 9th house. So again, this is very stimulating. It's like belly laughs. It's fun. It's mentally stimulating. It's very jokey. You're going to hear jokes. You're going to hear dad jokes. Maybe you're going to tell some jokes. Libra Nation, what's your best joke? Anyway, what makes this bonkers, and again, just to let you know, yeah, Venus and Uranus are in Gemini now, but that's not it. Venus will be conjuncting Sedna, which I already talked about, planetoid, Alcyone, the fixed star, and you also have Aldebaran. You have Hygeia moved into Gemini. This is all at 0 to 3 degrees. You're gonna feel a lot in July. Okay? And that ninth, like, really feel, this is big. All right? So, write them books. It's your ninth house, publishing. Start your podcast. Yeah? Now, Neptune will retrograde until December. Remember, Neptune is in Aries. This is fine. This is great. This is you reassessing that inner spiritual warrior, that compassionate leader, hero, artist, role model, all of that, okay? But it is Neptune, so you're going to spend some time asking yourself, am I grounded in the reality of the dreams and my ideals, all of that? But it's, it's good. Again, a lot of this will be a focus on partnerships, relationships, legal matters, all right? Now, here's the thing, Libra. So there will be on July 4th an intensity with this new moon, okay? With this day, because the moon will be in Scorpio, all right? If you're a subscriber, I've talked about the moon in Scorpio. If you know astrology, even Astrology 101, you know about the moon in Scorpio. There is it has a little kick, yeah? So, love, business, intimacy, transformation, all on the table all weekend. Moon and Scorpio all weekend. Money for you, though. Big time. Yeah? Big time. Because Scorpio rules your second house of money and finances. So there's something here where you're going to feel really moved. But what's really interesting, what I really love about this, Jupiter, by the way, yeah, Jupiter's in Cancer, exalted, really great in your 10th house of career, right? So, if you're here for that, but if not, just whatever you want to be recognized for, your reputation. Jupiter's not aspecting the entire month. No aspects, planetary, right? Because Jupiter will aspect the moon and things like that. And that's what I'm talking about here, is that, and we talk about those in the second spread, but this is a day that Jupiter will be at its degree of exaltation, 5 degrees, and will actually trine the moon in Scorpio. So there is something here that's really warm and fuzzy and beautiful. And there's something here with career and income and salary, money for you. Again, if you're out here for it, just fame, whatever you want to be recognized for, your reputation. But also, like, work is going to be a big thing. But there's something here you need to communicate, possibly. There could be something here with a, female figure, like a mother or, a female boss. But there's just something here with even a home and investments, but definitely you're feeling the urge to shake things up. Okay? It is a powerful month. And then Saturday, well, no, we'll skip that. Okay? But there is something happening on Saturday we'll talk about next week where you know what? I'll just tell you. You've got the moon in Scorpio conjuncting Juno. And the reason I'm going to tell you this, and I'm not telling everything, every sign's going to get something a little different. The moon in Scorpio, again, in your second house of money, material possessions, assets, things like that. Okay, finances, but also self-worth, self-value. You got the moon in Scorpio. You're going deep in terms of what you want to invest your time and energy into, relationships, money, all of that. Okay? Now, it's conjuncting Juno, which is your planetoid. And this is Juno's Jupiter's wife. All right? And she's all about power, truth, justice, balance of power, balance of power in partnerships and relationships, because she's your planetoid. So, and legal matters and marriage. So there is something big here in terms of, it looks more like business partners or something about conversations about money, finances, with the home, with partner. But this day, you can't make this up. So we have a water trine, okay, with the sun in Cancer, moon in Scorpio, and don't forget the North Node in Pisces, right? The direction you're going. in your 6th house, everyday activities. You want to change things up. There's a lot of emotions. It's a water trine, all right? Remember, water flows. Flow with the go with the flow. You're going to be fine. Here's the other thing. We have another trine, like a mini triangle with Venus and Gemini, Pluto and Aquarius, and Saturn and Neptune and Aries. Fire and air, fire and air. You're going to feel that. You're going to really feel that in a big way, all right? And then also we have a fire trine that day as well. I mean, like, I can't make this up. And that's going to be with Mercury in Leo. Remember, that's all month. And that's in your 11th house of your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and dreams. And again, the second half of the month, just wait until we get there. And also your support system, your networking, friends, benefactors, allies. Like, you're going to be social. You're going to be social. So you got Mercury in Leo, Ceres, right? Virgo's asteroid. All about, nurturing in Aries. Yeah. And the fixed star Antares. So there's just so much happening here. And that fixed star, listen, that's all about courage. It's a warrior star, the royal star, all about like mastery of self, kind of like Saturn and Aries. So there's definitely something here for you. Okay. And if you're new to my channel, I also do channeled messages, like, whatever you want to call it, like psychic or any of that, clairvoyant, remote viewing. And so I am at 100% accuracy. Okay. And that's not uncommon, like a lot of us are, but I'm just telling you, I trust the information that I'm getting. Every prediction I have made has happened. Now, if you are a subscriber, you will remember, okay, that I did say they're a channeled message, right? It was 525 BC. Well, I had to Google, it was a message, but it was when Venus passed over on Taurus and the Scorpio constellation. And so that occultation, it just obscures the star from view, that's not going to happen again until 2400. Yeah. And it's this great passion, and Taurus is courage, like I said, that's transformation, but they are going to conjunct Venus and Taurus in December this year, okay, at the time of the full moon in Gemini, all right, and Mercury and Uranus opposition in December. Just letting you know now, all right, that's going to be a big, anyway. So, and here's the other thing. I did say also, if those live streams that I do, just pay attention to July 3rd to the 7th. Okay. Now, July 6th, one of the best days for you, Libra. You've got Venus and Gemini, right? Sextiling Saturn and Neptune in Aries. So everything that I said earlier, well, sextiles are windows of opportunity, by the way. This is connecting your 9th and your 7th. Okay. There's something really big here that you're going to feel, that you're going to want to do, that you're going to want to take action, that you're going to feel like I got to do something with partnerships, relationships, signing something, legal matters, forming something. Yeah. Go do it. Go take action. Go do it, but be social. That's what Venus and Gemini wants you to do. Venus is your ruler. All right. Please be social. There is something here where you can build a relationship, deepen a relationship, meet the people that you need to meet, right? Right place, right time, that kind of energy. Please, you never know who you'll bump into. You want to start that, candy cane business. You may run into the investor that is interested in opening up a candy cane business. Okay. You never know. All right. You're single. You see what's happening around this time for you. It's in your 7th house of marriage, partnerships. Go do stand-up comedy. Yeah. Go do something. All right. Go audition for Hamilton. In the process of it all, you're going to meet someone. Just do something. Just go out there around this time, because Venus, this is everything that your heart desires. Sextiling Saturn, all about long-term commitments. So Venus, relationships, finances, creative matters, money, all of that. Saturn is going to bring that structure and stability for the long term. And you may even become an authority, or there may be someone in the mix here, like a father or a boss, or Neptune as well. Venus sextile Neptune. Come on. Neptune is a higher octave of Venus. This is beautiful. This is a window of opportunity. This is creativity and imagination, ideals. It's like a fairy tale of enchantment. It's a surplus of creative energy. Do things to feel inspired. You only live once. Go out there, go forth, seize the day, okay? You live once in this lifetime, this reality. But anyway, just go do things, all right? Now, also because it's happening at 2 degrees, that's Venus's degree. She's at home here. You're going to feel this. It's almost like I don't even have to tell you, looking at what's going on for y'all. It's like you're actually going to put yourself out there anyway. Just do it. Put wheels in motion, all right? Now, you're going to feel it, by the way, up until about the 9th. That's how big of this window is for you. Now, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your, husband, or for, your, I don't know, taxi driver, whatever. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, are going to feel this the most. If you know your birth chart, your natal chart, if you have any planets 0 to 4 degrees in any of the signs I just mentioned, you're going to feel it the most. Now, July 7th, obviously the big day. Uranus moves into Gemini. We'll talk about it a lot more next week in your weekly forecast, things that I didn't say, including the lower expressions of Uranus and Gemini for you. All right. But just remember, you're just reinventing yourself right now. Be connecting your authentic self. All right. So, and it is all open-minded energy. And there's so much that's happening that I'm just skipping over now. Venus trine Pluto. That's here. Yeah. That's amazing. Okay. Because this is happening right at the same time as Venus sextile Saturn and Neptune. So you see what's happening here, right? There's Venus, again, love and relationships and money and creativity. Those are the main things. It's beauty, it's luxury, it's everything else, right? Harmony. Your ruler in these enormously auspicious aspects that are rare. Venus trine Pluto, that only happens twice a year. You've got to use this, all right? So anything that you're after, anything that you want, anything that your heart desires, take action, take inspired action, whatever you want to invest your time in, or literal investments, by the way, it's Pluto. There is this deep passion. It's in air signs, right? Venus and Gemini, Pluto and Aquarius. So a lot of mental stimulation that's happening around this time. Remember, Uranus is trining Pluto too. This is your breakthrough, all right? So I love this. And Venus and Uranus, by the way, just out of sheer coincidence, are the only planets that spin retrograde backwards, essentially. They have fun, is what I'm saying. Have fun. This is you also, with Pluto involved, having presence, feeling you're going to be like impressing people, all right? This is like very commanding. You're a cardinal sign anyway. There's something deeply profound here, very moving for you. And again, there's something here it's your 5th house of love, true love, joy, pleasure, but also there's money stuff here. Pluto natively rules her 2nd. Venus is a planet of money in your 9th. So, I mean, if you start that podcast now, do you know what I mean? Like, there's something that you're going to be, okay, for the long relationship, anything you want. You got Saturn and Neptune in the mix with that. It's sextile as well. So here's the thing. There is a component here where you're definitely going to be seeking like deep connections, all in the name of like transforming your life as well. Especially if you're single, again, put yourself out there, go to the karaoke bar. This is gonna be a time that you don't forget. This right here, all right? And remember, trines are harmonious. They work in your favor. They bring this element of luck and ease. You feel it days before, days after. They're at those early degrees. So there is this level of intimacy and power here. It's like you want to have fun. There's others involved. You definitely there's something here. Creative projects, next level, okay? All part of your growth, and you will feel influential with Venus at play. Now, cross watchers, that would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air signs, and the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, will feel it the most. And the same thing, 0 to 6 degrees in your natal chart, any of the signs, you will feel it whoosh, the most. And I would not be surprised if you are being really social and even launch things around this time. The moon will be in Sagittarius, by the way, and we will have like the perfect fire trine this day too, which does well with you. So there is this element this day because you have, anyway, what's happening now, you're gonna have the biggest shift in perspective out of all the signs, okay? This day, all right? So keep that in mind. Take that action. Now, okay, what time? Oh my gosh. Okay, so July 10th, Thursday, the full moon in Capricorn, happening around 4:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Big, okay? Big. You're going to feel this, all right? We'll talk more about it more in your weekly forecast, but it is having these amazing alignments with the North Node in Pisces, the South Node in Virgo, even a trine to Mars. You're going to feel this. There's so much happening here. It's Saturn ruled, yeah? Not a lot of Libras know. Venus is your ruler, but Saturn is exalted in your sign. You're going to feel this, okay? It is in your 4th house. You already have Jupiter in Cancer. So there's something here with the foundations of your life, stability, something for the long term, home and family, real estate. You buying property? Yeah. Or you're selling it. It's a full moon. Either way, something's going to be illuminated. And when I say it's Saturn ruled, like it's like no nonsense. Like you're serious about your long-term goals now. Okay. Especially in your domestic sector and also within just, again, it can be partnership. It could like your significant other. It could be parents, grandparents, children, whatever it is. Cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn will feel it the most. Now, oh my gosh, there's so much other stuff. I'm just going to skip through. Okay, and that you're involved. Anyway, we'll talk about next week. All right. Saturday, July 12th, Saturn goes retrograde. This is a big deal. All right. When Saturn retrogrades, it's a big deal. All right. You're going to feel things around this time. Remember, Neptune already went retrograde. Yeah. So both retrograde in Aries, that 7th house area of your, there's just something here, all right, where you're going to be asking yourself, not only am I grounded in the reality that I'm creating for myself, but am I putting too much limitations on myself, right? Do I have a realistic approach and mindset for my future? Saturn retrograde in Aries until September 1st, okay? And in that Saturn-Neptune video that I did for all 12 signs, you know that I talked about September 1st or September, yeah, eclipse season. Oh, last week in your last week's reading, that's when I talked about like 3 things happening September 1st. That's big for you, all right, as you approach your birthday season. But anyway, it's a good time to reevaluate what you want in the long term in terms of commitments, okay? Now, the other thing is look at what's going on for you. Saturn, remember, is karma too, all right? There's so much happening. Okay, so let's get to July 17th or the 18th, depending on where you live. Okay, Mercury will go retrograde. All right, that's happening just after midnight. That'll be until August 11th. But don't forget what I said last week. Mercury is in Leo all month. Retrograde July 17th, 18th until August 11th, but then will stay in Leo until September, okay? Like I think it's September 2nd or 3rd. Anyway, as we know, Mercury retrogrades, yeah, they bring miscommunication, crosswires, delays, things like that. I've already said, I like this one. I like this Mercury retrograde. You're already going within. You're already reassessing a lot with all these other retrogrades. Mercury of the mind, right? But also it's, rules Gemini. You've got Venus and Uranus in Gemini. So there's an overlap here that's happening for you where there's going to be people from your past that come up and you are going to appreciate it. Okay. You're going to appreciate it. You're also 1000% going to be reassessing your future commitments, goals. You are 1000% going to do that, Libra. Okay. So, there you go with that. And you may start, Mercury does go in shadow kind of like right away in July. So you are definitely going to, it may start happening sooner than you think. All right. And people, when I say people come back from your past, yeah, in your, in your life, maybe friends from like high school, even it can be through DMs. It can be, a certain community that you belong to. Maybe you hear from them again. Maybe you join them again, whatever it is. But it could also be something that you've been working on. Let's say you were like working on a book or something. This is the time where, where you got really busy and you haven't worked on it. Now you're like, this is my life purpose. And you start working on the book again. So again, I do like this Mercury retrograde. All right. Just know that there's, fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Gemini, Virgo, they're going to feel this Mercury retrograde the most. All right. Now, another big day that we will talk about a lot more in the weekly forecast, July 20th, when Mars conjunct the South Node, that will be happening exactly at 19 degrees. Okay. Remember I said that. That is important. Okay. Well, and you'll feel this days before, days after. You already see Mars square Venus here. You're going to feel it around this time as well. But the moon will be in Gemini this day. All right. So therefore the moon will conjunct Uranus this day. Therefore there is going to be this huge awakening that you have this day. All right. Because you've got the moon in Gemini conjuncting Uranus, breakthroughs, right? Even, rebellious energy, however you want to do it. Also, the moon will also conjunct Venus. Yeah. Which is very auspicious and favorable. Again, something here with relationships, money, creativity, or something amplifying your curiosity in something. Now, the other thing is it's Mars conjuncting the South Node. I've talked about this. You have the South Node in Virgo and your 12th. So the two most spiritual houses in the zodiac wheel, you feel it the most. There's something here that you're going to have to let go that's not serving your higher self, all right? And this is all about not taking something that maybe reached a point of fatigue. You are seeing things in new ways anyway. This is the time. Now, it is happening in Virgo, so there may be something here with work. There may be something here with relationships, colleagues, employees, your health, lifestyle, habits, overall well-being, mental health, yeah? Here's the other thing. It's the South Node. So what are the chances Mercury's retrograde at this time with people coming up from your past? Yeah, people are going to be coming up from your past, but also you're going to be thinking of people from the past. And it could, or even circumstances and situations that maybe those are the things that have held you back from something. Just know this is going to be a big time for you. All right. We'll talk about it more in your weekly forecast. It's all about just letting things go. All right. It's the South Node. Now, there is also, and Mars will sextile Juno again. That's just a big thing. So Mars square Venus, we'll talk about in the weekly. It's not, I actually like it. Yeah. It's like, okay, you're asking yourself, what do I truly desire? And you're going to be taking that action, okay? Because you're going to feel that something's missing. And then July 22nd, we enter Leo season. The sun rules Leo. This is your stage. This is big for you. Leo rules your 11th house. That is the masses. So there's something here where you're connecting, networking. There's something here with your friends. You're going to be very social for the next 4 weeks. This is also your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and dreams. So you're going to know by the end of the month, you're going to know or have an idea or whatever it is, because there's this huge surge of inspiration and enthusiasm, and energy and confidence when you have the sun in Leo. All right. Huge focus on fun, pleasure, joy, family, children, all of that. Okay. You already have that overlap with all these Pluto aspects. So the sun again rules Leo, is royal. That's why there's like a touch of fame here. You have Jupiter in Cancer in your 10th house of fame. So you see how the trajectory, like what's happening for you, and only for you in this, what's happening, it's amazing. All right. And the sun will sextile Uranus this day. You're going to get some fun, exciting, surprising thing right off the bat. And it could be like from a friend, or there's something here. All right. Now, and then the last thing really is July 24th, that new moon in Leo. 2 degrees. You've heard me say 2 degrees a lot, okay? In your 11th house of your future hopes, wishes, in dreams. And this day, the sun is going to trine Saturn and Neptune, and Pluto is going to trine Uranus, and Saturn and Neptune's going to sextile Uranus as well. Big. Okay, this is a big time for you. Big time for you. Big new moon. I love this new moon. The one thing is the sun will be opposite Pluto, so that's just, we'll talk about when we get to that time. That's just egos at play. We'll talk about it. All right. And then Venus will move into Cancer July 30th. That's the last thing, Libra. All right. So you see where you're moving into in August. Like, I can't even believe it. You're going to have Venus and Jupiter in Cancer, and your 10th house of fame and career and honors and achievements and public recognition. And wow, you're all set. That's going to be amazing for you. All right. So let's see what's going on for you. All right. For Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for July 2025. Oh my. Okay, Libra, come on. Y'all crack me up. What are y'all? Okay. So, yeah, I do a traditional call to cross spread. Offers the best overview, especially for a monthly reading. And if we need a clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Libra, you know I love y'all, Libra Nation. Y'all, I got you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think that's a sign for me to put on some lip balm. You're gonna get that. And I'll give you the wise owl with Uranus moving into your 9th house of wisdom. I cannot. You're getting a mic drop. Like, I'm like speechless. I'm like, I can't even look. This is one of your. Okay, so remember how I said July is going to be the most life-changing, especially for you? You got the Wheel of Fortune right off the bat. That first week of July is going to be big. Take that action. This highly associated with karma, by the way, right? You're on a karmic journey. This wheel is constantly turning. Yeah. And it's opening doors for you. Like I said, new paths are opening up for you. It's a 10, 1, 0 goes 1. There's something here. Okay. Faded new path. Okay. There's so much happening in this card, but let's just know that it's attributed to Jupiter, right? Jupiter, that is luck, good fortune. It blesses, expands. You got Jupiter in your 10th, but also Jupiter natively also rules your 6th of everyday activities and work and health, but also your 3rd. So I would not be surprised if you sign something right away, contracts, have a conversation, important conversation, maybe with an investor, something that you needed to, like, there's just something big. You see that. And look at what it's doing for you. You have the Ace of Cups in the heart of your spread. We call this the heart of tarot, the Ace of Cups. This is the Holy Grail, literally the Holy Grail, the hand of spirit offering you based on your karma, the karma that you're cashing in your karma points, faded new paths with this new beginning, aces, new opportunity, new path, everything. And it's a Cups. So what is this? Libra, I want you to think about the last time something brought you so much joy, it brought you to tears. Yeah. Like getting your dream job or having a baby or, like meeting your soulmate, things like that. You're having it again this month. This is a monthly forecast. This is big. Okay. This is going to be this is like tears of joy. Look at it streaming. Oh my goodness. I can't. All right. So you're good. Cups, emotions, feelings, love, relationships. In fact, you see the dove here. Universal symbol of peace and harmony. That's why doves are, often associated with Libra, right? But doves mate for life. And you've got all these aspects. It's all about the long term. Like you're good. This is nirvanic. It's euphoric. It's rapturous. It's this intense pleasure and joy. And that is what Pluto and Aquarius in your 5th house for the next 20 years is. So you're right at the beginning of it. You got strength, okay, in your challenge area. So 2 things here. Yeah, you know what I'm going to say. Believe in yourself. That's the thing. This is, you see the symbol of an infinity overhead, infinite possibilities when you believe in yourself, when you have that inner courage, when all of that. Also, having that sense of like resisting the things that you know you shouldn't be doing. That is true strength, okay? But also for you, it's in a physical way, right? Like showing your family how strong you are, showing your colleagues how strong you are, showing wherever you want to put that energy, have that confidence. This card is attributed to Leo, okay? It's a Leo card. You see the lion here. And so that is your 11th house. Not only of your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and dreams, you got to believe in yourself. Believe it's going to happen. You create your reality. You got to take that action. This is an active card. Working with a lion here, it's synergetic, okay? That's all it is. You're going to feel it, though. 11th house is also, again, it's the masses. It's community. It's all of that. Very public-facing. But anyway, you're good. You're absolutely good as long as you work with that energy. Now, the second message, yes, there may be someone. Remember, I talked about what we're gonna have the Sun opposite Pluto at the end of the month. Egos at play, and that can be like the lower expression of Sun and Leo. Anyway, it's like ego, it's pride, it's Pluto's like right. So just be mindful. There may be someone that you have to like All right, now get the out of your head. Can you please? All right. That's a 5 of Swords in your crown. All right. So it does seem like, again, when I say a lot of you are going to be social and networking, yeah, there may be some like you don't see eye to eye with. Do we need the swords? Right. Remember, you got Venus and Gemini. You have all this like things all about communication, right? This month. So swords, communication, but also thoughts and thinking and mind. Remember, I said everything's energy, including the thoughts that you have in your head. If there's someone you're not getting along with, maybe it's your boss. Like, are you really going to put, spoiled tuna in, their drawer, right? Do you need to do that? Or are you going to smile and say, you're the best boss ever because that person, your boss, maybe they're going through something really big and happened for the last year and they're just, but then when they hear that from you, like, like that's what I'm talking about. You're affecting their energy and they're like, oh, okay. And then they have a moment. They think about, oh my gosh, Michelle's actually my best employee. She's been doing the most work. I'm going to give her a raise in her own office. It's Uranus, surprises, breakthroughs, right? Have your breakthrough up here, okay? That's all it is, all right? Do you need those swords? Knight of Pentacles. So it looks like there's some stability in a really big way for the long term, especially with relationships, money, jobs, career, okay? A lot of y'all are going to be entering that, and you're going to be, like I said, serious about it. Like, we're taking this, okay, for the long haul. You even see the oak trees in the back. And you see the oak leaves in his helmet and the horse's helmet. He's connected to his future. And one thing that I did say, practice patience, wax on, wax off. He's the most patient and he's diligent and he's hardworking, but he's also already planted his seeds. And that's the thing. You can have more than one thing. This is the biggest field in tarot. So it can be relationship and work and your side gig and whatever you want. But this is making sure everything is, on track for the long term. And then you have the Page of Cups coming after the Ace of Cups. You see how this makes it even more real. Okay? Coming after that Wheel of Fortune, look across your crosshair. There's someone new coming in, or a resurgence, or a new feeling, a new like emotional like awakening as well. This is you just following your bliss. There's something new that you're moving into, and it's a very eye-opening. It's very like a lot of creative energy, but also like, remember I talked about that creative revolution. There's something there too. If pages bring that fresh new energy in, all right? And there's something new happening that you're very invested in for sure this month in July. Again, it can be a new person. Put yourself out there. All right. It can be, if you're not here for love, it just career too. Okay. The other thing that I was going to say is that just follow your bliss. That's it. You're good. You don't need, let's get to your stuff. Libra. Oh my goodness. Y'all, Libra Nation, I'm very excited for you. I'm excited for you. I know what you've been going through. Okay? I know what you've been, even you want to go all the way back to 2008? Like, come on. I know what y'all have been going through. And now you're going through the best. Okay, you're good. All right. So, if you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you'd like, subscribe, share, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's going on. I don't know. All right, let's do this. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's like chess or checkers. I'm just gonna put a bunch of things here. I don't think I've ever done this for any sign. I'm gonna color this up so you can take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. This, this never happens. This never happens. It never happens. What the actual? All right, let's do this fast. You see, you got 3 pages. You got the Page of Pentacles. All right. All you have to do is take action. That's all you have to do. All right. But what I love about the Page of Pentacles is double earth, something truly rooting up in your life. And this, by the way, remember, you have your 9th house activated with Uranus there, Venus there. So there is that sense of like, he's the biggest student. Okay. And whatever you're launching, it's like, I want to take this to the next level. And that is one of my biggest aspirations and goals. All right. And it can be a relationship. Remember, pentacles are your physical world. So finances, money, but also like career, job, relationship, whatever you want. Right. So you're going to feel really inspired because you do have the Knight of Pentacles in your main spread and you've got the World. So now look across or cross, whatever. Something's changing your entire world. You're coming to the end of something here. It's beginning something new. This is the end of the major arcana. Remember, I said fame's a thing for y'all, but like getting recognized. But there's also a sense of like achievements here, and that is Jupiter and Cancer in 10th house. That is achievements, but a lot of other things. But even still, you're good. You're good. You got the only 2 cards in all of tarot where you see the 4 fixed signs and the corners, okay, of the wheel in the world. They bring in that stability moving forward. There's something really stabilizing for you in a new way. With the Page of Wands here, it's all you want. You want the new. Out with the old, in with the new. Speaking of inspired and passions, it's wands. So wands are very invigorating. They're lively. They're related to career. They're also related to your passions. You just want something new and you're going to get it. All right? And you're going to really, you got the 9 of Cups, the wish come true card. And your final outcome, Libra. What the fax machine? I mean, come on. This is huge. Look how content look how satisfied he is. And again, even with the world and your external factors area, yeah, your world is changing. You're moving into this brand new era. Okay? Remember what I talked about, the Fool. All right? You even see the wreath here shaped as a 0. Okay? Referencing the Fool, because what comes after the world, right? You're on a new journey. You're on a brand new journey. Be very proud of yourself, because even with the 9 of Cups, look at him. He's proud of himself. It's as if he's showing off his cups like they're trophies. This is very exciting. Everything that you want that you're going to get, you only got 1 pip card. That's how significant July will be for you. That's how significant July will be for you. You got 2, but even still, it's a 9 of Cups. Everything happening for you, and you've got the North Node in Pisces anyway. There's a Pisces card anyway. Oh my goodness, Libra. Okay, so first week, let's break it down week by week. Let's get a little bit more. Okay, so July 4th, remember, that's, Venus moving into Gemini. That's a really big deal. Okay, like you're gonna feel that even like right before Venus conjunct Uranus and Taurus. Think of that. Just please plant seeds, please take action. This Venus sextile, Saturn and Neptune. Gosh, you just got so many great things. Uranus moving into Gemini. I can't even. Then you got Venus trine Pluto that same day. You've got the biggest portal of... Anyway, let's just do it. Let's see what's going on for you for the first week of July. Don't even start with me. I'm going to throw something. At you. Well, no, I'll just give you a sticker. You get Chris Farley. All right, so we got the lovers. So when I say partnerships and relationships is a big thing, that first week with Venus, sextiling Saturn, Neptune, and your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, but you have that Venus-Uranus conjunction in Taurus at 29 degrees in your 8th house of relationship building, wealth building, all of that. You are good. I can't. This, at the end of the day, the lovers is attributed to Gemini. Yeah. You got Uranus, Sedna, Venus. You got so much. But anyway, at the end of the day, it's all about the choice that you're going to make. Okay. Choosing. You've got the choice. All the power's in your hands. Okay. You got Archangel Raphael here blessing you with all this love. Okay. It's up to you to decide what to do with it. I mean, this is amazing, but wow. And that is really deep, like relationship. Anyway, second week. So you're good. Second week, July 10th. Yeah, you got that full moon in Capricorn. That's going to be a big one for you. And then you have Saturn going retrograde, Venus conjunct Aldebaran. We'll talk about that in your weekly. Okay, so, and then Mercury sextile Venus. We'll talk about that. I mean, let's do it, okay? Second week. For Libra. Oh my gosh. What is going on here? All right. So, yeah, can we what you saw me shot? Like, I'm not even like, what is happening? Oh my gosh. Libra, okay, so yeah, it looks like there's something big brewing for you. Something big happening for you. Someone else involved. You see it right off the bat when you got the lovers with a 2 of cups. What? Which is so much passion. This is soulmate energy. It's the twin flame in layman's terms, right? And it doesn't have to be love. If you're not here for love, again, wherever you want to put that energy, but there's so much enlightenment that's coming through. And it can be like career, it can be business part, it can be platonic, whatever you want, but this is opening yourself up and having this experience with another person. And it's what you want anyway. Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, 2 of Cups. Like, all right, third week. Mercury goes retrograde. Mars conjunct the South Node. And then you got Mars square Venus. We enter Leo season, where that's your future hopes, long-term goals, dream. Like, you're going to be hyper focused on your long-term. Anyway, let's see what's going on for you. The third week of. Oh my God, I knew something was wrong. Okay. Third week of July. I can't. You just don't play with me. You're good. Temperance, all about, first of all, you got another archangel, okay? You're fine. This is the archangel. It's Archangel Michael saying, oh yeah, Libra, by the way, you're good. And you're on a path. You've decided your path. That's amazing. You feel it in your bones. New things are happening for you. I'm going to make sure that you're taken care of. So don't worry. Don't stress. Don't doubt. And none of that. Enjoy life. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy being in the moment. That's what living is, right? In the moment. Because you also have that like awareness that like, oh my gosh, I can't. Yeah. And you even see the pathway here, right? Leading to the crowned sun. Like, you're good. Last week of, oh my gosh. I don't even know how to talk anymore. I don't even know how to read. Oh, actually, the last week of July. Yeah. We have that new moon in Leo. And then we will have, oh my gosh, there's so much. The moon's going to be in your sign again. All right. That's how long, right? July is. It's a big month, but an air trine. All right. And I love that. That's going to be July 29th. We'll talk about it when we get there, but we do have like 2 double golden triangles, one including moon in Libra, Pluto in Aquarius, Uranus and Gemini. You're really going to feel this. I mean, wow. And then Venus moves into Cancer. And then we do have a Mercury Cazimi too. That's amazing. And I love it because it's on the last day. So it's like really big refresh, clarity, everything that you've kind of like, when you watch a TV show, I don't know. I don't even know what's on these days. White Lotus, when you turn on like episode 3 or 4, there's that little recap of what happened this season. So it's kind of like that, this Mercury Kazemi. Upstairs though. Okay. Now let's see what's going on for you, Libra, for the last week of July. Who are you? I don't like, okay. I don't even know. I feel like I need to do something. I feel like I need to do something bigger for you. Like this is you, like you're good. This is the 6 of Wands. This is everything the astrology is saying for you, right? With Jupiter and Cancer in your, like everything. This is recognition. This is honors, success, victory, achievements. This is a procession too. So even that last week, you're bringing it into August. Like that horse is not standing. It's a parade. Like you're good. This is, oh my gosh. And it is a Leo card. It's attributed to Jupiter in Leo, but and we will have Jupiter in Leo next year. You would know that if you saw the Saturn Neptune video where I tell you what you can expect. But just the fact that it's a Leo card. Remember, Leo rules your 11th house of your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and dreams. Oh my, I don't even know what to say. Like this is like your life is going to change. In the biggest way possible. Just don't get in your own way. A lot of it would be up here, because again, you're going to have a lot of stuff like higher mind, physical mind. There may be a little bit of, with Uranus just going in. Just look at what you can expect. So just lay down those swords, believe in yourself, and you're fine. You're good. You got the Lovers and the 2 of Cups. You got the Wheel of Fortune and the World. You got 3 pages. You have the 9 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. You have all court cards, all major arcana, other than these 3, or 4, but these are like like you want these. The wish come true, the recognition, achievements, honors, like falling in love or starting a business with someone or, making something like with another person, like Ace of Cups in the heart of your spread with a Wheel of like I can't. I'm gonna let you go. And we're gonna dive deeper here. All right, Libra. All right. So tier 3 members, we're gonna look at career. We're gonna look at love. We're gonna look at everything. All right. So tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Really good and legendary. Anyone's welcome to join. We have a lot of fun. Libra Nation, do you see what's happening in July? By the way, like I just can't. It's almost like I don't want to let you go. I'm like excited. Like I feel like I'm like talking to you and like we're bonding. Anyway, next week we'll go deeper in the aspects, but this is probably going to be the best like of your lifetime. Like this just never happens. This never happens. Anyway, Libra, y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.